Finally, we'll start with a price that puts us on the region of the demand curve where price elasticity is greater than 1 in absolute value. The price we start with is $300, which causes the quantity demanded to be equal to 200. An increase of the price to 350 now leads to a drop in the quantity demanded from 200 to 100. This causes the shaded blue region, which represents the decreased consumer spending as a result of the decline in the quantity demanded, to be larger than the increase in consumer spending, represented by the magenta area, from the higher price that's paid on those units that are still bought. Overall spending therefore declines as price increases. This should once again make sense. When we're on the region of the demand curve, where demand is relatively price elastic, the consumer is very responsive to changes in price. As a result of that responsiveness, overall spending declines as price increases. We will usually refer to elasticities that lie between 0 and -1 as relatively price inelastic, and elasticities that lie between -1 and -infinity as relatively price elastic. We can now conclude that when we are operating on the price inelastic portions of demand, an increase in price causes an increase in consumer spending, whereas when we are operating on the price elastic portions of demand, an increase in price causes a decrease in consumer spending. We can similarly conclude that a decrease in price causes a decrease in consumer spending if we're operating on the relatively inelastic portion of demand, and a decrease in price causes an increase in consumer spending when we're operating on the relatively elastic portion of demand.